Welcome to the Carr and Seguin Show, hosted by Devon Carr and Paul Seguin, where two Michiganders dive into real estate, outdoors, community building, and everything in between. What up, dude?
What's going on, man?
I am just memorized right now by these tiny racks sitting on our table. I mean, holy crap! Look at this screen. So you guys can't see, but we have a screen in front of us where this is being recorded. Look at that. It's the same freaking size as a water bottle.
Huge.
Oh, my gosh.
Huge.
So I wish I would be able to claim these as mine.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I think I would carry them everywhere I go.
Yep. Absolutely. Just, I mean, you drive around and just pull over and ask them, do you want to see some antlers?
Yeah. Hey, I got something.
Right, yeah. You look like you would appreciate this.
Trick or treat, you want to see this.
They are. They're huge. I mean, they're just massive.
This is a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just sit here and look at these things and marvel over them. I know we were talking off the screen here that I don't know if I would be able to shoot this thing if it comes in. I think I would completely just lock up and freeze in awe.
Oh, yeah.
And just, I think I would probably just glass the thing more than even shooting it.
Right. I mean, it would be like, is this real?
Yeah, like, is someone playing a trick on me right now? Is this a robot that they just made look really artificial in the woods? And, like, watch this, we're going to get them.
I know. I mean,
it's actually not a bad idea. What a worst prank ever, but, like, we should have someone. That's what we should start a new business. No, all these business ideas we come up with, we need to copyright them immediately. Mm-hmm. I think that would be hilarious.
Well, my dad, I remember, he tells a story where him, my Uncle Gary, my Uncle Bob, they're up deer hunting, and of course, just like most deer camps, you get a little buzz before opening day, and
it's a holiday.
It is a holiday. Yeah.
It's a big day.
I don't think Ford still, but they used to give auto workers day off and everything.
I should.
And my Uncle Gary went to bed, and they got all liquored up, and my Uncle Bob, my dad, and they saw the deer head hanging on the wall. It was like an 8-point. So they got a great idea of they took it off the wall, and then they went and sat it by a couple bushes.
I love the way this is going.
By my Uncle Gary's deer blind. And so then the night finishes out, and they get out there. My Uncle Gary goes out, and my Uncle Gary, he was never very mobile. And so first light comes, and my dad says, it's just raining. It's kind of a nasty day, and my Uncle Gary gets on the radio and goes, Dennis, there's a huge buck right in front. And they got it, so like the head is just, poking out between the two bushes, like the whole body's hidden. And then it starts.
He hasn't moved.
It hasn't moved. And he said a little while goes by, then it starts just downpouring. And then my Uncle Gary gets back on the radio and goes, Dennis, the raindrops are hitting in the eye. It's not even blinking. Then, of course, eventually he figured it out.
Oh, my gosh. I am crying. That is hilarious.
Oh, one of the good stories of theirs.
I could just imagine hearing over the radio, like, he hasn't moved. Like, hasn't even blinked.
Just standing
What
there.
is wrong with this deer?
I know when my dad took me hunting for it was one of the first times when we went and camped, and
oh, hello.
Ooh, piece of candy. and I was little. I don't remember how young I was, but first light comes, and you sit there, even first light, last light, your eyes always seem to play tricks on you.
Oh, all right.
And I guess I said to my dad, there's one. There's one right there. My dad's like, where? Where do you see it? Oh, it's crawling on its belly. And obviously it was after a little bit more light came, it was like a log.
He's just trying to get by. He's trying to sneak out of his bedding to go to the food. He knows we're here.
Right.
Oh, shoot, there's one. I got to crawl out of here. Yeah. They're back this year again.
Hear me eating my ho-hos.
Shoot, the first time my dad ever took us hunting, I remember it to this day. We went to my aunt's uncle up in Reed City.
Okay.
Same actually family I'm going to now. This coming deer camp, and they were out of blinds, out of everything. Like it was kind of a last minute, like, hey, we're coming.
Right.
We don't have anything, and so we literally like the day before we went out and scouted, and just dug, and man-made a little blind, and just one of the corners of the property. And I remember just sitting there, and that first day it was snowing like crazy. Mm-hmm. It was like coming down. Couldn't even see anything. And I remember my dad just like, "Oh, this was worth it." We're like, yeah, kid, we're chilling here. Right. But I do remember even so, like, you get just being young, right? Mm-hmm. You kind of never doing it before. And you're like, oh, wait, there. I remember my brother doing the same exact thing. Like, there's one right there.
Right.
And I'm like, where? And it's the same thing. It was just like, no, that's a log. Like, you just do it.
I know.
You get all excited when you're young. You're like, yeah, we're going to kill something.
Right.
Squirrel, shoot it.
Right. Yeah.
Right? We could shoot those, can't we?
Well, I mean, it's like when you sit there all day and then you see the same thing over and over again. And then come last little bit of light, you're trying so hard just to look through things. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh.
It's like being in a desert.
Is that one? Is that one? And then you pull up your binoculars and you go, no, I've literally been staring at that for the last 8 hours.
It is. It can at times where you're just sitting there, especially if you do like an all-day sit.
Right.
You start kind of like almost making things appear. You're like, oh, wait, no. I need a snack.
Yeah. I saw it move, I swear.
It's the same branch, just playing games. But.
No, but I mean, they're massive. I mean, to think that Johnny said these are from Manitoba. Is that right?
Yeah, they're right outside of the Riding Mountain National Park in Manitoba, Canada.
Jeez.
And to think that he grew these in less than a year. I mean, how thick they are and how fast they can grow.
I would love to see like at a time elapsed camera of it just
right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, those would be about a Boone and Crockett score of about 190 with an 18-inch spread.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just mad. I can't even. I don't know if you guys on the video like see this. Like, I can't even get my hand barely around it. That's it.
I mean, just huge.
And then look at these suckers, dude. They're huge.
It just carries the mass all the way through.
I mean, it's just heavy. Like, I don't even know if I could lift my head up with it. I mean, seriously. No, but I mean, if you honestly saw something like coming into the woods, just, shoot, just put these together. Change cameras here, Johnny. Holding it backwards, ain't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Oh, yeah, it's this one. No, it's that one, isn't it?
You guess you got to change. It's looking at you.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah,
You're getting the idea, the picture. I'm going to try and get it in the camera here. Get my little microphone out of the way. I might sound a little distance. Dude, imagine that just... like coming into your field of vision and just go,
This can't be real.
Yeah. You're playing tricks on me. And then he looks over at you and you're just like, boom!
Yeah. I missed.
Yeah. That, I honestly, like, that would probably be a miss I would not be disappointed in. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Would you want to take it?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. But I think just the sheer fact of, like, I saw a monster in my presence, and my hands were just shaking so much, I couldn't put the freaking scope right at him.
Right. It brings buck fever to a whole nother level.
Yeah, dude. Jeez. But speaking of buck fever, it is, like, just mounting every day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how you been out lately? A little bit?
A little bit, not much.
Still kind of patiently waiting. I mean, we're almost to Halloween.
I mean, it was
supposed
to be nice last Sunday, and then, of course,
it
rained.
Yeah. I know. I looked at the forecast, too. It's like, so right now we're recording this. I don't know when we're going to drop it, probably soon,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. But today's the 26th. For all of you hunters out there listening, this episode's probably going to be for you.
And today's the 27th.
Yeah, 27th.
That's what he said.
I was getting there, Johnny. Okay. I'm still in awe
Yeah.
on a whole nother level. But no, like, it's just more rain.
I know. Friday.
Saturday, Friday for sure, 96%. You know, but I mean, it is getting pretty cold too. Like next week, Tuesday, only 49's the high, 34 at night. So that means Wednesday morning, the high is only going to be 34. I was actually just listening to Wired to Hunt. We were
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I've been
Rut radio?
all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, actually, no, I went way back. I've listened to a few of his recent ones, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go. I mean, he's like in episode 400 or 500, right? So I'm like, you know, I'm going to go way back. I went back to like the hundreds, 200s, around the same time of the year.
Okay.
Because I've been listening to the Rut specials now.
Right.
And I'm like, you know, I want to hear the differences or the diversity of what guys are saying worked for them that year until what's like, you know, because they always bring on tons of guests. And
right, yeah.
Their first question's always like, how's the deer movement, 1 to 10?
Right.
And it's so funny. This was an older one. And they ask that all the time when they have guests. So how's the deer movement been so far in Illinois and Wisconsin? And it was one guy's like, no, it's I would say 5. Right exactly where we're expecting it. I was like, so wouldn't that be a 10 then? In just my opinion? If you're saying it's exactly what you're expecting.
But if you're expecting it to be a 5 at this point in time.
Well, that's true.
That's probably what they're saying.
But I would just say, like, no, it's a 10. They're doing what they should be doing right now, right?
I guess you could look at it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we always want to see more deer.
Well, yeah.
That's a given.
Right.
I mean, every day we want to see a massive buck like
Right,
this
yeah.
walk
Wouldn't that
in,
be
you
nice?
know? If we don't, it's, I mean, I saw a couple doe.
Yeah.
One little spike, you know. 4-pointer, that's it.
Yeah. A little frisky spike, chasing everything around.
I love Johnny's story, too. I mean, he'll have to, he's doing his thing in there, but the story of, like, you know, when you hear guys, it reminded me, actually, of the movie Grumpy Old Men.
Classic.
You familiar?
Movie.
Oh, dude.
Classic.
I've watched that. Me and my brothers. It is one of our staples growing up. We used to watch both of them, Grumpy Old Men and Grumpy Old Men. But in Grumpy Old Men, it was the Green Hornet.
Yep.
The Green Hornet strikes again.
Yeah.
So you snagged one. You know I throw back the ones I don't keep. He's like, oh, yeah, that's a shame. No one sees you with these monsters. You always yakking about that 40-pound muskie you catch. It's a shame no one sees. It's like, it's exactly that. Well, that goes back to Johnny's story, is how this family on the farm was like, yeah, there's this massive buck.
Right.
Massive. Okay, do you have pictures? No, we can't find them. You're like, okay, the truth factor just went from 10 to a 4.
Right, yeah. It's so big, you won't believe it.
Yeah.
We don't have pictures.
You don't have to hype up what I'm about to go hunt, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
Right. The 190 just came about a 110 when they don't have pictures.
Yeah, right.
yeah. Like, I got a Lambo, okay, show it. Well, I mean, it's...
Right.
Here, let me pull up Google real quick.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What color is it? Yellow. Well, then why is that one red? Never mind about that. But yeah, it's like, you know, you just, yeah, it's just that anticipation of, you always want to see more deer.
Well,
I think
yeah.
to get back to the story. And that's why I just was like, I don't know. Like, it kept just, because you keep hearing them, every guest they bring on, it's like, rate it 1 to 10. And like, very rarely, I think I don't know how many episodes I've listened to. Only one. I know for a fact, because I was like, oh, there's a first one.
I don't think I've ever heard a 10.
I heard a 9 today.
You heard a 9?
A 9 on one of his episodes.
Old one or new one?
It was an old one.
Okay.
It was an old one. He's, I don't know, forget where he was.
9 is good.
I know.
9 is good.
I'm like, at least somebody
Right.
is happy with the deer movement they're seeing
Right,
for the
yeah.
time's sake. I mean, right? I mean, you hear it all the time. Everybody, especially the weather's the big deal.
Yep.
Because come opening season October 1st, we were like we were this year. 70s. I mean, shoot,
Right.
there was days and it was stinking 80s.
Yeah.
Still early October.
Was it the Monday after? It was like
Yeah.
80-something.
And it's like, I don't know. I mean, it seems to be a very common theme. Like, yeah, well, you know, it's It's October 15th.
Yeah.
What do we expect? Okay, so then if it's exactly where you're thinking, it should be like, yeah. I mean, they're doing what they're, the weather, all the, I was just getting to one. They talk about the moon. Are you a big moon follower?
I'm not, but I did buy the moon guide this year.
Give it a try.
I'm going to give it.
Have you read into it?
A little bit. I read into it. Now it's just an app that tells you.
So what's the trick behind it? Let's talk a little about moon.
The gravitational pull on.
Does that get them out of their beds earlier or more longer?
That moves them longer.
Longer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're out more.
Yes.
For longer periods instead of just coming out, getting some food, and going back.
Right.
Yeah.
It tells you
when it's a full moon? Or is it
it's a red moon.
Really?
You gotta, let me see.
It was actually just the episode. I had a couple of calls, but that was what I was listening to. Some guy, I think Matt Davis. Man, I got something in my throat. Jeez. It's just Caramel Marvel.
The moon guide is based
Hey,
upon...
Big B, if you want to become our sponsor, if y'all haven't realized by now, usually I always have a Big B coffee. So, hey, if anybody who knows anyone, it's an executive at Big B Coffee or someone who can get us in touch, we would love to have them as a sponsor of our show. So give us a call. Anyways, back to
We should get them and the people at the dump. I bet if they were a sponsor at the dump, you could get your ticket to the top.
Oh, it would be a requirement for the sponsorship.
I figured as much.
We will not sponsor you until you take me to the top.
Right.
And then we'll sign the contract. We'll sign the contract on top of the hill.
Right. No, it just says, upon detailed analysis, that works on the position of the moon relative to a mature buck's normal daily behavioral pattern. The position of the moon causes deer to be on their feet, moving and feeding during daylight hours due to the gravitational pull of the moon during certain times of the day. The moon guide refers to these days as the red moon days.
The red moon days?
Yep. I haven't...
No, I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah. I've gone back and forth. But in the end, I don't have the luxury to pick and choose my days, so I just go when I can.
All right. That was funny. It's like talking with my cousin Matt, who's be at the hunting camp with me, and he's like, I was asking him, like, you big in descent control? And he's like, no, just play the wind. He's like, no, I've never. He's like, just you figure out what the wind is with milkweed and play it. He's like, it's that easy. He's like, don't waste your money. So sorry, scent companies out there.
I waste my money.
Do you buy them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Which ones do you buy?
I like the Code Blue.
Cold blue?
Code Blue.
Yeah?
Because it's got silver in it, which...
Actual silver?
Yep. Which is apparently how
you can sell
hospitals use a bunch of their stuff with silver in it.
Really?
Yep.
To like get rid of odors?
Odors and stuff like that. Yep.
Should have used that on the Sunset House.
I got that. I do all that. I wash my clothes. In the end, you can't. Sometimes I don't know. I guess where I hunt, deer come from all over. You obviously try to play the wind as much as you can because you're not really going to fool their nose. But at least you can make it a little less.
Yeah. And that was what he was saying. He's like, he kind of was just, his initial reaction was like, no.
Well, you talk to some of those guys. They'll be up there smoking a cigarette and they shoot a giant deer. That's what my brother's father-in-law does. I think he smokes out in the blind, and my brother's all in scent control, and he's out there smoking and
puffing freaking Marlboros.
He shoots a nice deer almost every year. And it's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just like that.
Is
when I go do something, like when I go golfing or something, I'm gonna put on golf clothes. I'm gonna go buy a new shirt or something.
Right.
It's just, I don't know. Gets me more excited for it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yes. When I go out there, just
whatever. It is a whatever experience.
And then if something does blow at me or whatever,
you're like, shoot.
It's like,
should I have just sprayed?
Maybe I could have.
No, I agree.
Not. I don't know.
Because I believe that's what my response to him was like, yeah, but what could it hurt if you have some kind of other scent involved than just your straight self.
Right.
Because let's face it, like, you can play the wind, but the wind could also swirl. You could also have thermals.
Yep.
You know? So, I mean, like, there are changing factors. So I guess it doesn't hurt just to be like, hey, I might as well try to trick them.
Yeah.
As much as
if
possible.
if you have a blind or something that your deer only come from
One spot.
then yeah, you can do that.
Right.
I've never had that luxury where deer only come from
One area.
Yeah,
I always get them from the
play.
north, east, west. I mean,
And just to interrupt on you guys, I think one of the most important part about scent control, right,
Yeah.
is getting in and getting out. Right, if you're in a deer stand, you're 20 feet up. The wind's 20 feet up from where you're still blowing it a long ways away, but walking to that stand, and everything that might walk across your path that you walked, your rubber boots, that smell
Yep.
that you're brushing on, everything that's where the importance of not stopping deer from crossing that path that you've walked in and turn back around and go back. Right.
All right.
Yeah, I do. I mean, you hear that now with all the TV shows, they always talk about how they get in and out of their stands. I mean, so they're not walking across the path.
Right.
I mean, back in the day, I would say it was, you didn't have to worry about it so much. But now with the more hunters and more people chasing bigger deer more consistently, I mean, they're obviously getting more educated.
Well, yeah. And it's just like anything, right? I mean, we have, when it comes to anything that deals with technology, like there's more.
Right.
Which then with the technology that we have becomes more research. And then with more research becomes just better products to where, I mean, even in the hunting industry, it's, there's more studies just being done on it can block your scent.
Right.
Right? I mean, it may not completely. I don't think anything ever will.
No.
And again, deer have the most stingiest noses, period.
Right.
So it may not even be you they pick up on, and they pick up something they're not used to. They're going to be alerted.
Right.
You
I mean,
know?
they're just a skittish animal to begin with.
Well,
I mean,
100%.
it's not like they have much for defense besides run away.
Right.
But
Flip
I mean,
their-
if you could
flip
make
their
your
tail at
scent,
you.
yeah, if you can make your scent, I mean, at least seem like you were there 2 hours ago. I mean, it helps. I would imagine it helps. At least that's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I'm a gadget fanatic. I love all the little gadgets.
Yeah, dude.
I got more stuff that I don't need, and I know my wife knows that. I mean, I think
It always seems to be the conversation. I'm like, hey, really? You need that?
right.
Like, why?
Right.
Why not? Hello? It's the extra goodies.
Right. I think for our first anniversary, she bought me one of those scent crusher lockers. So I have that.
Yeah.
And then this one, she bought me Nosonics to put up in my tree.
No way.
Up in my blind. And then I also bought one of the Conquest Wind Scents, the vaporizer ones.
Yeah.
This year, I got to go to Jay's by myself and
Ooh.
a little spending spree.
Aha!
I didn't have a voice of reason with me.
On the way up, I was like, I'm going to leave early Friday morning to camp. I'm like, I'm stopping at Jay's.
You have to.
I know.
mean, you just have to.
It's going to be bad, though.
I mean,
Just is going to, because she now has, in the last year, taken over the finances, which is not good. 'Cause she watches.
she watches.
Like a hawk. I'll go to it was the other day she loves Five Guys.
Oh,
Loves
who
it.
doesn't?
And so I went for Five Guys for lunch. I was just out and about and I saw it and I got it. Literally, 10 minutes later, you got Five Guys without me? I'm like, what? She's like, oh, I saw the app. It was pending Five Guys. So, yeah. But I got to stop at Jay's.
You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only right.
Staple.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the beginning of hunting when you got to stop at Jay's.
Right.
And spend a couple $100.
I mean, it's just I haven't been to the one in Gaylord, but the one in Clare.
Yep.
I mean, those people know their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one of the few hunting stores out there that have everything. They don't put their name on everything.
Yeah.
And the people there, no matter what counter or whatever they're at, they all know.
They're all in it.
Yeah.
100%.
I remember we were there looking at, just browsing around looking at some Sitka stuff, and one of the ladies asked, obviously, if we had any questions. I don't know if we did, but we got talking, and she went to a whole course on how they came up with like their Fanatic with the Berber fleece, how they tested it to make how silent it was. I mean, she knew everything about all of their stuff. And she's like, yeah, I took classes on it. And it's like, wow.
I mean, that's when you go to a specialty shop like that, right? Jay's is out. It's for hunting and fishing. I mean, like that's their store. Like that's kind of like it's like going to a bike shop and it's just like, yeah. I mean, there's our bikes.
Yeah,
right there. I just work here, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are the cool stores, and like in reference to like Cabela's or something, like you'll find some good guys,
right,
or gals, that know their stuff. But then you're like, you're just here for a paycheck,
right? Which is fine.
Yeah, which is totally fine. But it's cool to go to a store like Jay's, and I think that's the experience that we're talking about.
Absolutely,
is because you walk in there and it's just like. It's just the vibe of being in a store like that because you're surrounded by other people that just have the same obsession as you do.
Yeah.
And you can just sit there for hours talking about one little product.
Right, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, yeah, no, yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, right?
What time is it? Gotta go.
Yeah. Throw it in the cart.
Yeah.
Here's another chance. How about Jay's? Anybody know anyone from Jay's would like to sponsor your show?
Yeah. Jay's. Call us. See, we're looking for sponsors.
Yeah.
Our audience is very wide and big and great, and we'll prove it to you.
Yep.
But we are looking for some sponsors. So, Salem Dump. I just think that's hilarious.
That would be a good sponsor.
GFL, Salem Dump. Give us a call. Big B Coffee. Michigan made. That's what's cool about it, too. Mm-hmm. And Jay's Outdoors, right? What was it called? There's the full name.
Jay's
Sporting Goods, right?
Yeah, Sporting Goods. Yeah.
No, Claire's is the best one. I mean, that's the staple, I think, right? They started there, or did they start in Gaylord?
So, but I'm not sure. I've only known about the.
I've only
Claire
gone to the
one.
Claire one. I've never gone to the Gaylord one.
I
Even
found
though Gaylord is just like blowing up right now. I mean, it's so funny. We drove through there with my parents and stopped just recently. And he's like, I remember he's like, this is, probably like 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
But not even that, probably less. Probably in the last decade, Gaylord has just exploded with, I mean, it's got every fast food joint now, stores, Walmart, you name it. He's like, years ago, you drive through Gaylord, it's just this little town. Yeah. Just an extra little
stop.
You
get the old
couple gas stations.
fly shop right there.
Oh, that's
on
right.
the river.
Yeah.
And that was
it.
That was it.
Now it's like everything.
Yeah.
You name it, it's got it. It's just a normal urban city with everything you got. Mm-hmm. That's it. But no, Jay's. So yeah, Jay's. Sponsor.
Yeah.
We would love to have it. Obviously, if we talk to a lot of people in the outdoor specialty area. So you'll get your fair share of sponsorships. And then we'd have to do some recordings. Jay, we have to, Johnny. I was just saying Jay. I've been saying
I'm
Jay
sure
too many
he's
times.
been called worse.
But no, it's fun though. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it.
I know.
I'm
pumped.
I have the countdown on my phone. It's
countdown to departure time. Just don't bother me after this hour, this exact minute.
16 days, 4 hours, and 15 minutes. When did I set this for? I'm not leaving at 7. I got to fix it. I think I'm at 7 in the morning. First light, boom.
Right.
See you.
Yeah.
Love you, babe. See you Wednesday evening. Heck yeah.
This time of year is nice. I mean, especially when the weather's changing. And was it deer casts? Monday, we're on phase number 4.
Oh.
So all those out there, this is the time you start calling a little bit.
Yeah.
Starting to be up on their feet.
Oh, you can tell they're moving.
Mm-hmm. Just on the side of the road.
Dude, I know. Curtis Road, right where I live. There's 4 deer dead on the side of the road now. 4.
It's amazing how it just flips a switch and it's like,
It's-
oh, there's
it
a dead
is.
one. There's another one.
But it was literally one night. I'm not even over exaggerating. It was like I drive down it every single day.
mm-hmm.
No deer. And it was, I can't remember what day it was. It was just, I think just last week. And all of a sudden, boom, 4 deer dead on the side of the road. Like, they are moving and shaking.
Yeah.
One is just nasty. I mean, like, someone I think just, you could tell was ran over and just split in half. The guts are still just sitting there. And I'm like, where the heck is Washtenaw County? Just come pick this crap up. You know, get it out of here.
No one likes to look at that.
I mean, if it's, yeah. You're like, ooh, deer. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that one's a little gross. The guts.
We saw driving up north, over the weekend. Last Friday, we saw one in a field that came out. It looked like a cow coming out. I mean, it was one of those, it wasn't probably as big as this, but I mean, it was big. You could see it was probably closer to 500 yards away.
And
at least. And you could see, I mean, it looked like a brown cow coming, and you could just see bright white giant antlers.
No way.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Where was this one at?
Right, it's 127. I think it was right at just past St. Joseph.
Okay.
So it's like it turns into 65 miles an hour, and it's right on the right-hand side.
Right by Uncle John's?
Yep, before that.
Before that.
But in between the two.
I was hoping you were going to say it was more closer to Reed City, because that's where deer camp is at.
I might have saw a couple.
My cousin goes, yeah, don't get too excited. There ain't nothing like that around here.
You never know, right? You never know.
Not in Michigan.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. Maybe down in Jackson area.
I mean, there's some big ones up north.
I hope so.
I mean, I'm sure there's at least one
Oh,
this size lurking around up there.
There's got to be. But that's the thing is, like, it's mature, somewhat smart, obviously.
Yeah.
And probably just way out in the middle of where no one has gone before.
Yep.
And that's why he just stays right there.
Yeah, and no one's ever shot that buck. And that off that farm and that no one's ever got it. So he just died and probably got ate by the wolves there.
Jeez. My goodness.
Well, you could say you shot it. You got a matching pair.
Yeah, but it's got the I forget what they're called around the end. You know, when you can tell a drop from a regular.
Oh, you could say it fell off when the.
Oh yeah,
you're holding it.
I shot it so hard the antlers just fell right off.
Well, he was so big.
Yeah.
And he fell so fast because I just smoked him.
Yep.
They snapped off.
Crazy. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like how we have a massive buck on our property.
Yeah.
But I have no pictures to show you. So come on out.
Yeah.
It's like car deals right now. We got great deals. Come on down. We just have no cars. No, these are awesome, though.
They're massive. That's a big deer.
So, wait. This is kind of cool. I just thought of this. So, next time we'll be in here, it'd be 2 days from camp. Oh, man.
Man.
Oh, buddy. You better tag one by then.
I'm hoping. Maybe this weekend.
Yeah?
Let's see. I don't want to rush it.
Yeah, but when one comes, just shoot it. That's my stance. If it is, obviously, I think you do the same. But like, if this is the deer you've been tracking, and you got a shot, take that motherfucker down.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one I've been after.
Boom. How many tags you got?
2.
Yeah.
Well,
if you see another one, and he's just as good, take it
I don't
too.
want to be done too early. No, that's
I know.
never happened in my life.
Yeah, I know.
I think only one time I tagged out. That was a couple years ago. Shot one up north opening day, then one down here, and that was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always have a tag or two left over, whether it's doe tags or something. It's always like, well, I'll just wait a little bit.
Yeah, doe tags are universal this year too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need to depopulate
A little bit. Well, shoot, I think it was last Friday or something. Neighbor was hunting. I texted him next day. I said, how much you see? He goes, 54 doe, and $6. I was like, oh my god!
In one sitting?
In one sitting, one afternoon.
Oh my
I
god.
know.
Jeez.
I mean, when you look around all of our corn, I mean, all around the edges, I mean, there's not a kernel
Left.
I mean,
They're just chowing.
devour it.
Really?
I mean, that was just on a little area. He saw those. I mean, it's amazing.
54.
Your
Yeah.
head would be spinning. Linda Blair in The Exorcist.
Yeah.
It's a lot of deer.
Need to shoot them down.
A little bit. I mean, they have great programs. Was it Great Lakes Butcher Shop, Fem 59?
Yeah.
I know they do it, but they do the hunger. I forgot what, Michigan Hunger or something.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just go donate your deer, and
They give it to the people in need.
yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's
I
a
think
great
that's
program.
Well, right. I mean, I was just about to say, I'm sure there's programs
Oh yeah.
where, just do it because there's that late season antlerless
Yep.
in December. Just friggin'
Right.
didn't donate it.
Yeah. Or early
My
season.
freezer's full.
Yeah.
Go.
I mean, it is a great program. I mean, look at all. I mean,
It's great meat.
it's so much better meat than
Yeah.
the other stuff.
All day.
Except our cows.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's better than everything else, though.
Some nice beefalo and Angus.
Yeah. But no, I mean, cold weather, everything's getting a little more exciting.
So when can I get some beefalo?
Whenever you want.
Really?
Yeah, I gave you some.
I know. I've ate it all.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
No, I want to buy some.
Oh. We'll have to.
We'll have to chat.
We'll chat.
Okay.
Chat about it. Yeah. And some sauerkraut.
Ooh, that was good stuff.
Good sauerkraut.
Yeah, I'm pretty much almost done with that sausage too.
I know that's what we're doing this weekend, making sausage.
Are you?
Yep.
Really?
Snack-
Jalapeno?
No.
Come on, put jalapeno on the menu.
No, we're doing pepper jack cheese snack sticks and cheddar
Jalapeno.
cheese snack sticks and salami.
Jalapeno.
No jalapeno.
Jalapeno cheese is my favorite venison sausage. I like that little kick.
Pepper jack has a little.
Yeah, it does.
Not as good, but it's got a little.
It's got a kick though.
It's got a little bit.
I think you gave me some of that, didn't you? The pepper jack?
Yeah, that's all I had last year.
Yeah.
'Cause they didn't have cheddar. in
That's
stock.
right. Yeah.
So little football game, little sausage.
Oh, that's happening Saturday. It's
Saturday?
Michigan State.
Yep.
Yeah, I got some family coming over our place. That's a good reminder. I was just thinking about what to put out for little foods. Cut up some sausage, some cheese,
There you go.
some brujas,
Mm-hmm.
a bonfire, setting it all up right in the garage. TV's gonna be right on the
Something about
edge
watching TV outside or in a garage or
with a
something.
bonfire and a beer and
Mhm.
some snacks. Dude, it's heaven on earth.
So much better than inside.
Heaven on earth. My wife Jess is like, "Wow, I'm gonna take the." I'm like, beautiful. I'm not even gonna hold back on that one. She's like, because we did this 2 years ago. Yes, 2 years ago, because we just moved it. I don't even think we were done yet with the renovations last year. Yeah, that's what it was. So we did 2 years ago at our Livonia house, and we invited our kids and then my brother's kids. It was a disaster.
Mayhem.
Yeah, it's like no kids allowed. I want to be able to sit back and watch the game, not watch them like, oh, get away from the fire.
Right, yeah.
Or, they're spilling and doing this, or whining and crying. Grayson's got the football. Kidless is better from time to time. Love my kids to death. Don't take me wrong, okay? But we all need a break to enjoy. Go blue.
Go green.
I know it's at East Lansing. It was funny. I saw someone posted on Facebook. I guess and we'll wrap it up here because it's 3. And I know we got a wonderful guest coming on.
Yes.
Wonderful guest.
Wonderful.
Very special guest. Taking it back to day 1. I don't know how our episode counts.
Yep.
Yeah. But he just said real quick that he was like, why? This is, I don't understand why Michigan State plays at noon. This is a we're both ranked,
Right.
top 10, huge game. Why is this not on at 8 p.m.? And it was funny because they're like, Have you ever noticed lately whenever what happens after these games happen, especially in East Lansing, couches get on fire. So that's why, you dummy. Right. Control the fans a little bit more easier when it's 3 p.m. than 11.
Yeah.
And they're all just hammered drunk, going around, hooting and hollering. Oh, it was great. I was at Cedar Fest back in 2008. Uh-huh. Back in the good old young college days. Yeah, that was a crazy party. Anyways, we'll end on that note.
Yeah.
No, it is hunting season. We're getting close. Well, next time we'll be on, it'll be right before opening day for firearm.
Yeah.
Deer camp. Be leaving that Friday.
Amazing. It's going by fast.
I know.
I'll be here.
So. And if you guys did not know or you forgot, we'll end it on this note, actually. Christmas is only 2 months away. There's only 7 Fridays left. Just to remind you.
just in case anyone wanted to know about Christmas.
Hey, it's my favorite holiday season right now with deer season, because it's a big 2-month long holiday that never ends. But then you can include Halloween. It's fun for the kids. But Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's just all about the families, man. Mm-hmm. I love it. It gets crazy, and you're like, gosh, another family gathering again with the crazy family. My mom's. But no, I love it. It's fun. I love getting together. So anyways, yeah. Juan Paul Seguin with eXp Realty.
I'm Devon Carr with Gold Star Mortgage.
And this is the Carr and Seguin Show. See ya.
See ya.
The primary purpose of this podcast series is to inform, entertain, and educate. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast series do not constitute legal or professional advice, opinions, or endorsements of any kind. Gold Star Mortgage Financial Group, NMLS 3446, Equal Housing Lender.